Hi, this is Rushion McDonald. That's Rushion McDonald, as in Rushion McDonald. Just got off the phone with my man Dave Anderson, the business bully, Black Boys Win campaign. But I'm here with Money Making Conversations. We got, I guess she's on the phone right now, and you know, she's not breathing hard. You know, when she goes up steps, you know, she's not tired like I get tired. I get tired on escalators. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad I am out of shape. You know, steps will let you know if you're in shape or not. So let me introduce her so she can come on here and make me feel, tell me how I look like I'm in shape. But I'll tell you something, your boy a long way from being in shape. My next guest has triumphed over bullying, scoliosis, and personal tragedies have transformed, excuse me, let me start this over. My next guest has triumphed over bullying, scoliosis, and personal tragedies, has transformed her into a very powerful motivational speaker. And today, she is one of the largest social media fitness influencers. Please welcome to Money Making Conversation, Santia Deck. Miss Deck, how you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you?
What's with this little small voice, though? You know, I expect a booming voice coming out here. How you doing? How you doing, Mr. McDonald? Okay, now, Miss Deck, I just saw you on Steve Austin. You was pretty active and pretty loud on that show now.
I mean, I'm only 5'1", so, you know.
Oh, we're going to put it all on the 5'1", but you out there playing running back. You out there knocking on people. People can't tackle you on that football field, but you're going to come on my show and deliver your height at 5'1". Huh?
You know, well, I'm small, but I'm mighty. But I have a small voice. So don't be fooled.
Now, Santia, that's the voice I wanted to hear. That voice right there, because that's the voice. Because you train people, correct?
Yes, I do.
Now, if you're a trainer, because we're gonna get into your whole story, you know, because see, people, I'm gonna be a combative interview with you, you know, because you're in shape, you know what I'm saying, and people like you, I'm gonna say people like you, you know, just be showing on your Instagram, be showing your six-pack, you know, be showing that little profile, you know, just putting me to, I can't get there now. I can't get there. I tried, Miss Deck. I've tried. I've done the 5-minute, you know, what they call it, the 5-minute flat stomach. I've done lose 3 inches in 2 weeks. I've done the, you know, the colonoscopy. I've done the all the little programs that's supposed to just, you know, drain your intestines. You drain your intestines and they get flat. It ain't working for me. It ain't working for me. So that's the combative side of me that's going to be in my head. But see, but you're a great interview, so I'm just letting you know who you're dealing with. You got this little side of Rushion McDonald that's kind of like angry, but then I'm inspired because you've taken a God-given talent and turned it into an entrepreneurial opportunity, correct?
Yes, definitely.
Because you were a former track star at Texas A&M.
Yes, sir.
At 5'1", 5'1" now. So I'm sure there's a lot of people way taller than you out there in the track and field. Was that not intimidating?
Honestly, it wasn't intimidating to me because I tell people all the time, I grew up with boys. Yes. I have 3 brothers, so I was always competing with them. I was always fighting with them. I was always training with them.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was taught at each age that if you can come close to your brothers, you shouldn't be intimidated by women. So I kind of took that motto, you know, with me through life, and being on the track, that's my zone, you know, that's my you know, comfort zone. So I felt like it was my job to protect that. So, you know, of course, I wasn't intimidated by anything or anyone.
So with that being said, so what was your specialty in track and field?
I was a 100-meter runner, and I also ran the 200 and the 4x1.
So you was a sprinter, though.
Yep.
So in order to sprint, you got to have good abs then, correct?
Definitely.
You know, because that's the whole, you know, pull up that leg and put that leg down. And so before we get into just some short exercising tips for, you know, I was joking, you know, I don't have a 6-pack, but I got a pack somewhere. It's in there. There's a pack somewhere, okay, amongst that 6 that I got. So what is the #1, I guess, mistake that people make when they train or they try to get fit again? What's the #1 mistake? Is it trying to do too much too fast? What is it?
Well, I would say it's 2 things. Of course, and almost any trainer will tell you that the #1 mistake that people make is thinking that you can eat whatever you want, and just because you're working out very hard or however many days a week you're working out, that's going to, I guess, overpower your bad diet. But diet is literally number one. You can't make any progress if your diet is not A1. Okay. And I have a lot, and definitely guys feel like, oh, I'm a boy, so, I can eat what I want, and it's going to, be equivalent to, I guess, a six-pack, but it's not. Okay. So you have to make sure that you're eating you're eating the right things, and also doing the correct exercise.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know how to
Dick, you're talking to a guy who has
I know.
Krispy Kreme. I have the Krispy Kreme app on my phone, okay? Just yesterday I went by Sugar Rush up here and ordered me a peach cobbler ice cream shake, okay? This morning I got up and made a peach cobbler, okay? Just letting you know who you're working with here, I value everything you said, but I just cannot, when I die, Miss Dick, I gotta be happy. I gotta say I did it all. Now, for me to give up all that goodness I just mentioned to you, it's gonna be a fight. Now, how can you help somebody like me though? How can you help me to the finish line? And I got, Krispy Kreme, the Hot Light app. I got the Hot Light app. So that means that my phone tells me if I'm near a Krispy Kreme and a Hot Light app on, my phone lights up. That's how crazy I am, Miss Dick. Okay, you dealing with that type of problem. I got problems, Miss Dick. You got to get me to the finish line. So you just told me a minute ago, well, you men, y'all think y'all can just eat whatever you want. I'm telling you, I go to Five Guys. And if anybody go to Five Guys, they give you too many fries. I ask for extra fries. I am just a fool when it comes to food, Miss Dick. How do you save somebody like me? How do you save me? That's why I really got you on this phone today. Because I need you to rescue me, Miss Dick. I need you to, and there's a lot of listeners out there need the same support system I need. Do not tell us to give up what we're doing. Tell us how to get there with what we got.
Oh, God. Well, there's always sacrifice.
Oh, boy.
So that's the main thing. But, one thing that I do tell people, going cold turkey is not for everybody.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So as long as you can slowly, eliminate things out of your diet,
oh my God,
you can make progress.
Oh my God.
So I will say that.
You ain't helping me at all, girl. I tell you. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna talk about this hangover drink. I just thought, Miss Dick, you'd help a sugar addict like me, a fool who can't turn down a extra fry at Five Guys. A fool who goes in there and got a Hot Light app on his phone for. And I know the Shipley's is just open around the corner. It's open 24 hours. So I can go get me a donut at 3 a.m. See, this is the problem who you dealing with, Miss Dick. They should have warned you. Did nobody warn you? They didn't warn you who you was talking to, did they?
I've heard some of your interviews, so I know how you.
Well, Ms. Dick, we're going to come back. I hope you're enjoying it because I'm having a great time with you. You're a fantastic talent. The thing about it is that you're an entrepreneur. And when we come back, we're going to talk about some of the things you overcame, the bullying. I want to really talk about that because I'm really big into the anti-bullying process. But also I want to talk about this hangover recovery drink that you launched last month, correct? And find out how that can help a lot of people. With those vitamins that can get them back rolling a lot faster. Not that Bloody Mary that everybody just throwing in their system. We'll be right back with Miss Dick on Money Making Conversation. And guess what? Be right back.
Follow and like us on Facebook at Synergy Radio Network.
Dear John, I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to when you checked on me? I don't want to leave. But remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range today. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
If you could get a clear road to changing your financial future step by step, would you take it?
The experts will tell you the fastest way to wealth is real estate investing.
I'm Judy Cook.
I'm Eric Judd.
Join us on Pathway to Wealth.
Give us 30 minutes and we will educate and entertain you all about the world of real estate investing.
With over 50 years of real estate investing experience, we're going to cover everything from wholesaling, flipping, to buy and hold, to private lending.
Ready to learn more? Call us at any time, 713-416 713-416-9590. That's 713-416-9590.
So join us on Pathway to Wealth, 11:30 to noon, every Thursday here on Synergy Network, where it all comes together.
Did you know that small businesses make up a majority of the workforce in the United States? And it's responsible for a significant part of the U.S. economy. Yet, large corporations enjoy huge tax benefits, subsidies, and many other legal loopholes. It's time to level the playing field with the new show, Equal Liberty. I'm attorney Philip Yates, your host. Each week, we will feature small business owners, interview expert strategists, and help entrepreneurs develop strategic plans to win and grow in this economy. As an attorney with the Urban League, we've helped hundreds of Houston businesses get their start. Houston has one of the fastest growing ecosystems in the country. Join me each week as we level the playing field and gain access to economic justice for all.
Tune in to Equal Liberty with attorney Philip Yates starting Tuesdays at 6 p.m. here on Synergy 1480, where it all comes together.
I love this station.
Hi, this is Rushion McDonald. I'm on the phone with Cynthia Deck. She's one of the largest social media influencers in fitness in the world. Cynthia, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Cool.
How are you?
Okay, I'm doing very good. Now, that first break was, you trying to motivate a guy like me, but now I got a series of questions that you sent in that I want to get answered because I respect what you're doing and what you're accomplishing in your life. Here's question number one. What motivated you to become an entrepreneur?
So I actually started,
Yes, ma'am.
I guess, being an entrepreneur at a young age.
Mm-hmm.
I was the kid that was in the front yard that was making plays and stuff and charging the neighborhood kids $2 to come and watch me and my twin brother, watch our creative little, things that we came up with.
Right.
And that actually led me into adulthood because once I graduated from Texas A&M in 2014, with the help of my mom, I actually created my first product, which was my fitness DVD. And then I created a fitness talk show, and now I have this new product that I'm excited to launch or to really get out to, definitely these college kids. So it really started young.
Right.
But my biggest motivation is just to create generational wealth because I don't believe in making somebody else richer. So I want to pass down something to my kids that they can also pass down to their kids. And, we just have an empire. Right.
So with that being said, because, I met your mom, fantastic, who's probably going to do some movie projects together, and that's how your name popped up, in the conversation. So we talked about her big movie deal, and then all of a sudden she said, well, my daughter. I go, what does your daughter do? And so it's good to always. So you have a champion out there, your mom. I'm over here talking about. I mean, what you do is so far removed from what we were talking about, but still she's so proud of you, and you should hear that. She's so proud of you that she felt a need to bring you up in this conversation, and that's how we developed this relationship. And we've been going back and forth, getting you scheduled for the show because I thought it was important that that's really key, and what you're trying to accomplish in life. And now you're an entrepreneur. And I always tell people when I look back at my life. And it's really crazy because somebody sent me a picture of me when I was in college and I had a beard, and I forgot I had a beard in college. And I was like, wow, I wore a beard in college? I didn't remember that. But it caused me to think back that everything that I'm doing today was based on what I did as a young person. And that's what you're saying right now is that your entrepreneurship values started as a young person. Even though you didn't really know what you were doing, you just naturally was doing it, correct?
Exactly. And I think the thing that's key for any child to develop definitely entrepreneurship skills is having a parent that believes in their dreams.
Right.
And my mom, she was the type of mom that said, I said, Mom, I want to fly. I want to learn how to fly. She was like, you know what? Let's figure out how you can fly. She was that type of parent.
Right.
So she spoke life into me. Mm-hmm. So because of that, I've been able to accomplish so many things. And she established just so many great values in me at a young age that I've taken into adulthood, and I'm just blessed to have such a great momager.
Right.
to be quite honest.
Well, she's good now. But let's talk about why you really on this show. Okay, you have a product called the Raw Hangover Shield. Let me explain to everybody what that is. It's a revolutionary new product formulated using vitamins, supplements, natural extracts, and pure cane sugar. Its primary function is to alleviate hangovers by detoxing by detoxing the liver. However, there's tremendous additional health benefits, such as boosting the body's natural energy without stimulants or caffeine, and naturally enhances mood and the immune system. So, you being an athlete, what pushed you in this direction? You know, because I know it wasn't just recovering from hangovers. It had to be tied to, because you want to make sure that, because you said something about college students, but to me, this affects a whole lot more than just college students out there.
Definitely. Well, so what motivated me to really create this product was the fact that I actually, I had a college teammate that passed away about 2 years ago due to being hit by a drunk driver.
Wow.
And then last year, I had another friend that got hit by a drunk driver, but he lived to tell his story.
Wow.
So people that were that close to me passed away because of this, this crazy epidemic with people drinking and not, knowing how to drink responsibly. I decided to come up with a product with the help of he's a scientist out here in Atlanta, Georgia. His name is Dr. Khan, and he helped me create a product that is pretty much helps alleviate and prevent hangovers. Mm-hmm. And we all know what hangovers do to college kids. If you have a hangover in college, you have to have a 6 a.m., 7 a.m. class, you're not getting up and going to class.
Right.
So, of course, that affects your grades.
I would just let you know, if you're behind getting drunk on Tuesday, okay, you need to get out that car.
Hey, you never know.
What's in this day? What's you say? I get the fact you drunk on Friday night. You're supposed to sleep over on Saturday. But if you're getting drunk on Sunday night, and you know you got class on Monday, you really need to check out that school, because you're in school for the wrong reason.
Right.
Now, let me find out how exactly this works, because I don't want people, because people, they talk about it, because it almost gives the impression that you can get drunk, you can drink this, and you're going to be good. That's not what you're saying, correct?
Oh, no. So the thing is, I'm definitely not telling people that this drink is something that's, first of all, going to cure you being drunk, because this is not something that you can drink and then be like, oh, let me go drive home now.
Right.
Definitely not. This product is only for preventing and alleviating hangovers. So I don't want people thinking that, again, this is a drink that is going to help you, not, be drunk anymore, because that's not the case.
Well, you'll pass a, breathalyzer test and stuff like that. That's not what this is about. Okay.
Exactly.
Now,
but it pretty much. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool, because I want to get everything, because I'm not a drinker, so I'm being educated by this, and I'm enjoying the conversation. Now, because I hear people who use the word Bloody Marys are supposed to be a good recovery for hangovers, correct?
That one I have not heard of.
That's what I was just don't feel bad, because like I said, you all this information comes from somebody who doesn't even drink. So I'm just throwing out information or old wives' tales or myths that I've heard that's what you can do. So your drink is kind of like in vein with that. If you wake up the next day, you got your head hurting you're dragging around, and it's from that night of heavy drinking. What are the steps that they do? How big is your bottle? Do they consume it all right away? Do they mix it with milk? Do they mix it with water? What is the steps with the drink? The Royalty Hangover Shield is the name of the drink. Royalty Hangover Shield.
Yes. Okay. So so the drink, the actual bottle is about the size of pretty much like a 5-hour energy.
Right.
It's a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much something very quick.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that you can drink on the go. You don't have to sit there and mix it and different things like that. So if you have a hangover, all you have to do is wake up, drink the entire bottle.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait about 30 minutes, and you will start to actually feel your hangover go away. So the headache will eventually go away. And what it'll actually do, which is what's different from, how my product is different from other products, is the fact that it will give you extra energy.
Right. It's stimulants in there, but not caffeine.
You have to, no caffeine. Everything is all natural.
Right.
So it doesn't have any caffeine. It doesn't give you don't have any crash later, like I know a lot of other energy drinks have.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is natural. So once you get that energy, if you have you have to go to practice or you have an interview, your mind is clear. So you don't have a foggy mind like some people have when they wake up. So it pretty much is like almost like a magical pill for helping you get rid of your hangover.
Now let me ask you, how does one buy this product? How does one gain access to this product? And what is the what is the overall big plan? Because I know, because actually when I was on the Steve Harvey show, we used to, 5-hour energy. We used to drive people to the 5-hour energy site, drive them to the site, call this number, 5-hour energy, 5-hour energy. How are you marketing it, and how can people buy the product?
So you can buy the product at www.royaltyhangover.com.
Yes, ma'am.
And we also have we have college students, college reps on 25 different college campuses.
Wow.
And so they're marketing it to like fraternities, sororities, the college bookstores.
You were right. You went right to the fraternities, didn't you, girl? You went right to the people who gonna get drunk, huh?
exactly, because they need it.
Right.
And then we also we actually have it in a gas station. It's called the Corner gas station in South Carolina.
Yes, ma'am.
And we are currently negotiating getting it in about 45 other gas stations.
Wow.
In South Carolina and North Carolina.
So that's in North and South Carolina, and so it's going to be on gas stations. So that, like at the counter, right when you check out, like when you see a 5-hour, you're going to see the Royalty Hangover Shield.
Exactly.
Now,
so it's going to be right there in your face.
Let me ask you this, because I want you to find out, because you said it gives you energy. So I'm just going to ask you this. So can one use it if they don't have a hangover for energy?
Yes, definitely. Actually, what's funny is, I play football.
Right.
So I will actually take a hangover shield before I have a game. That's how much energy it actually gives you.
Oh, okay. So we should be promoting the energy side of it as well as the hangover side of it too, as well, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Definitely. So, but like I said, so it really works both ways. It's for people that have hangovers.
Yes, ma'am.
Or it's for people that want extra boost of energy.
Right.
And then but it has definitely different benefits to it. So yeah, but I like I said, the energy part is I think what gets people, because most people, like I said, you can say there's other hangover drinks out there that will alleviate your hangover, but you still feel sluggish.
Right.
You don't have a hangover, but you're still sluggish.
Cool.
So the fact that this is going to get you up and going, I think that's pretty amazing.
That's pretty amazing. So, okay, here's the deal now. I'm just going to tell you this, Ms. Deck, because I'm a fan of yours. You're an entrepreneur, but also, you have an energy drink. I want you to come back on my show the first of the year when people doing all these resolutions, because they're going to need your drink to get them through these workout programs. And then we're going to talk about some workout programs that's going to get us, because that's when people make those resolutions about their weight and getting in shape is in January, correct?
Yes, definitely.
So we're going to bring you back on. If you don't mind coming back on my show, I hope you will come back, because I want to talk about that. But before we go, tell everybody one last time how they can buy the Raw Hangover Shield.
So you can buy the Hangover Shield at www.royaltyhangovershield.com.
Cool. My friend, thank you for allowing me to be Rushion McDonald. Thank you for allowing me to build a brand, put it out there. And congratulations on the South Carolina stations. Congratulations being on 25 campuses with these representatives. You have a plan, and a business plan that's going to win for you long term is to just stay consistent. If you ever need my help, you should do me a favor, send me a banner so I can post it on our Money Making Conversation Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook page this week. Is that cool? I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We talk soon. All righty, we'll be back. She's on my show, Katrina Jackson. That's Cat Tat. Tat, 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 tat. Coming up next on Money Making Conversation. Woo! They keep getting bigger and better and bigger and better every time I look up. They're just fantastic. Welcome back on Rushion McDonald's Money Making Conversation. Bye-bye.
Visit our website at www.synergyradionetwork.com. Follow and like us on Facebook at Synergy Radio Network.
I love this station.
Hello, I'm Tiffany Parker with Table Talk with Tiffany.
And I'm co-host Natalie Jones, the sous chef of radio,
where we turn the tables on food, culture, and lifestyle. If you're interested in knowing the history of the foods we eat, exploring cultural food differences and similarities, and many other topics, including all of your favorite cuisines, Table Talk with Tiffany is where you should be every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. right here
on Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
Hey guys, this is Trisha
and Tasha.
Be sure to tune in to the Beautifully Said Show with the Twins Media,
where we're bringing you an hour of conversation with A-list celebrities, entrepreneurs, and real-life stories through everyday lifestyle living. That's Friday at 5 p.m.
right here on Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
The power of a testimony can change the lives of someone you may never meet. When someone is a survivor, they have a story to tell. But far too often, that story remains buried deep inside. It's time to give a voice to that story. That's my mission. This is Alyssa R. Jones, the host of the new show, The Survivor's Voice. Each week, you will hear stories of triumph and empowerment. We will laugh. We will cry. We will use our voice to lift up all survivors. Whether it be domestic violence, sexual abuse, or a serious disease, you have a voice. And it's time to be seen, be heard, and be free. Follow me on Facebook at The Survivor's Voice with Alyssa R. Jones.
Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for The Survivor's Voice here on Synergy Radio, where it all comes together.
Are you ready for a show that brings you real talk on real topics? Are you ready for a host who's going to ask real questions? Welcome to the Dr. Dawn Radio Show, where it's no judgment, just realness. And my prescription is my words when it comes to life, love, and other topics.
Join Dr. Dawn every Friday at 10 a.m. on the Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
Hey, this is JJ on the mic. Look, be sure to stay connected to Synergy Radio in your house, in your office. Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
Hi, this is Rushion McDonald. How you doing? Welcome back to Money Making Conversations. That was really interesting that my first two guests, with regards to Dave Anderson, the business bully, talk about making tough decisions. Isn't that what it really is all about when you're trying to be successful in the business world? It's about making decisions that people can believe in, that people can understand. If you have a question, a phone call, or want to talk to me, call me at 832-230-5592. That's 832-230-5592, because entrepreneurship is what this show's all about. When I started it back in May, it was just supposed to be for 4 weeks, and it's just a publicity tool to build my brand, to get my brand out there at a very high-profile level. And I got all my celebrity friends to call: Patty LaBelle, Charlie Wilson, Anthony Hamilton, everybody, Keith Sweat, everybody called in and wished me well as allowed me to interview them to talk about what was happening in their careers. But what I discovered was I wasn't giving out information to my listeners and my viewers that was helping them. I was giving out information that made them better, that made their careers move faster and further. And that's when I had to make a change. That's when I really focused on the entrepreneur, the stars of my show. I still have celebrities, but the stars of my show are the everyday people, just like I just had with Santia Deck, talking about as a young lady, all 5'1" of her, doing little things with her child, with her as a child, with her brother, and developing those skill sets that made her successful today. And I think when you look back, and I know for a fact when you look back on your life, look back. I always tell people tend to don't want to remember, because if you remember, that's the foundation of where you're at today. And if you remember, you could probably move further than where you were at today, because sometimes we forget our original dreams. What are our original dreams? And we have to remember that. What are our original dreams? And that's what I always go back when I look back on my life and realize, man, why I didn't see it so clearly back then? What was I thinking about? And I'm not disappointed in myself, because I feel I've accomplished a lot in my life, but I do know that when I look at where I am today, I was so close to clearly understanding my opportunities to be successful. Whether in college, when I look back, I was vice president of the student body at the University of Houston. I didn't think nothing of that. I didn't realize I was African-American young man, vice president of a student body on a predominantly white campus that had over 33,000 students. I didn't think anything of that. I didn't think anything of it when I was going to got my degree in math. I didn't think anything of it. All I was just going through the motions of getting it done, getting it accomplished, and achieving it. And that's what people have to understand, is that when you look back in your life, this is how you're going to be successful. You're going to be successful when you look back in your life and see the foundation that has been laid for you to be successful today. And that's why people make so many mistakes, and I get so disappointed when I hear people talk about what I'm going to do. Just go back, just think about what you were supposed to do. Because you obviously are doing something right now that you're not happy at doing, and you've been doing it over and over again. And guess what? Now you're at the point that you're frustrated, and you're looking for answers, and guess what? It's all in your past. It's all in your past. Everything I'm doing today is something that started in my past. And now I'm matured. I truly understand this is my goal in life. I truly understand this is the direction that I want to grow my brand. I want to build my brand. I want to be able to make my brand successful. That's what I'm doing right now. That's why I'm making it happen. That's why I'm going to be successful. So when I talk to somebody like Dave Anderson today about the business bullet, talking about his goal, his dreams, making those hard decisions, and I talk to somebody like Miss Cynthia Deck, who you knew nothing about, all you ever heard about was 5-hour energy. Here's a young lady who's an athlete, natural athlete, gifted, track star, 100 meters, 200, 4x100. You moving right there. I know her little 5 foot little short legs flying around that track. Woo! Well, she discovered she's taken a talent that God gave her and sat down. But I just feel that I won't just let her know. I think she's sleeping on the energy side of her drink. You know, she's promoting the hangover recovery side, but that energy side, everybody needs that. Truck drivers, those truck drivers will drink that. That's an adult drink. I'm just trying to get it expand. I know she's on all these college campuses, but there's way more people who not on a college campus that are on a college campus. So, Ms. Deck, understand you got a great foundation, but there's way more people need your help out there in the regular world than in the college world. But what does do for her, what it is smart with her, is because she's laying a foundation for a fan base that's going to be a buying fan base for the next 15 to 20 years. Because when you hit your 40, you start buying things differently. Because you got kids, you got to put kids in school, you got mortgage, you got credit cards you can't pay off. So when you start getting past 35, you start looking at money a little bit different. You hit 40, you can actually see 60 then. When you hit 40, you can actually hear 60 and see 60. So if you can see 60, then that tells you there's a problem and you need to get it straight. And that's the whole essence of what we're trying to talk about, is that can you win, can you make it happen, can you be successful with this being the type of person that you want to be on an ongoing basis. That is why it's important that you hear what I got to say. What's this? Errol Roberts, what is the science behind it? What if you are a 235 pounder? Okay, now we're talking about, he wants to know, does he take, Ariel Robles, I wish you to ask that question earlier. So you're saying that, okay, look, I got this raw hangover shield. Okay, I'm 235 pounds. Will that same 235 pound bottle work for me if for a 5'1", 105 pound person? Do I take 2 or do I take 1? That's a really good question. I'm gonna put that out to Ms. Deck, and I'm gonna get her to respond to that. What happens? Does size play a role in the effectiveness? That's what you're asking. Does size play a role in your effectiveness of the drink? I'd have to say yes. You know, I'm not telling you to overdose. Don't you take that from Rushion McDonald. Don't you run out of here talking about, well, Rushion said it was cool to drink 3. I'm 235. I'm 400 pounds. Rushion said it was cool to drink 4. I'm drinking 4 of these. I'm drinking 4 of this. Then all of a sudden I'm on the news, and what little money I done saved, y'all over here trying, your parents and your relatives and your cousins trying to take away from me. We heard he rich. He told my baby, you know how they do it, you know how they on TV. My baby. I don't know what happened to your baby. All I know is that the problem that we're having right now is that you and I have to get together to understand that if you're 235 pounds, drink just 1. Drink just 1, see how that affects you. Now, I only believe this, now, Mr. Ariel, is that if you're a heavy drinker, like I told her earlier, if people out there, because she had that statement that, you know, if you got a hangover at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to go to class. That's some other problems we need to talk about with you if you're not getting up to go to class because you was drunk the night before, partying. I'm a big time partier too. I party with the best, but again, I don't drink. So I don't know the significance or the need to drink like that and knowing you got to go to class the next day. I don't know what your goals and ambitions are at that point. The raw hangover drink, shield, as they say, may not be the one for you. You may need to just withdraw your behind right out of school and stop spending the government's money or stop spending your parents' money. I had some friends like that when I was in college. I will not say his name, but his #1 goal was to get with every woman on campus. That wasn't his goal now. That was his goal now. He had a white Stingray Corvette, white. Daddy was a doctor. But his goal was to get with every woman on campus at the University of Houston. Now, I'm going to tell you something. He was accomplishing that goal at such a rapid rate that he actually aged right before my eyes. Of course, when you have those type of goals, guess what? You are not going to last and not going to stay on campus that long. And that's what happened. I survived because I wanted to get my degree. I got my degree in mathematics. My man, I don't know where he is today, but he did not last his educational opportunities there but he did accomplish his goal. My fist goes up high because he was a champion. But boy, when it came to academics, he flunked everything. So it's where you put your goals at, it's where you put your aspirations at, is how you're going to win and how you should win long term. We'll be right back with more Money Making Conversation. I'm your host, Rushion McDonald. Thank you very much. If you want to call me, 832-230-5592, 832-230-5592.
We are responsible for downloading the information that sets the blueprints of its belief system.
If he is taught to fear, hate, and mistrust, he will grow to be angry, suspicious, and violent.
If he is taught to love, accept, and embrace, he will be a contributor to the world, serve his fellow men, and bless the lives of many.
If you are a parent, train your child to be the change you want to see in the world.
We are Synergy Broadcasting, the kind of talk that inspires change.
A 17-year-old driver has been shot by a Bexar County deputy after authorities say he tried to run deputies over and led them on a chase before he crashed. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on Synergy Radio Network. Deputies say the driver hit a patrol car leading to a chase. They opened fire at the fleeing driver, hitting him several times. The driver will face numerous charges if he survives. Authorities say a man has been arrested in Houston for a killing near Fort Worth almost a decade ago. Police in Mansfield say the man in custody was 15 when Danny Ramsey was found unresponsive in a shopping center parking lot in June of 2008. The medical examiner determined Ramsey had been shot in the chest. An Austin man who told authorities he escaped from a mental health facility is charged with arson after investigators say he set a fire in his family's house. Police say they found 28-year-old Edward Avalos inside a house with a shovel. Court documents show the blaze was confined to a bedroom but was set on purpose. With the news flash, I'm Trey Westerberg on Synergy Radio Network.
Attention floor buyers, the 6th annual fall flooring yard sale is going on now at Lumber Liquidators. Get high quality flooring at low yard sale prices like Woodlook waterproof floors from just 39 cents. All Dream Home X2O water resistant laminate is on sale. Pre-finished hardwood is starting at $149. Get more deals in store while supplies last. Plus special project financing and professional installation with Install Plus. Hurry, visit lumberliquidators.com to find the Lumber Liquidator store near you today.
There are certain people you can always trust. Your grandma, your grandma's friends, lifeguards, action movie heroes who tell you to trust them. But there's no one you can trust more than your doctor. And when it comes to their own frequent heartburn, doctors and pharmacists trust the power of the purple pill, Nexium 24 Hour. And when you choose Nexium 24 Hour, you'll see why. When it comes to heartburn, trust the brand doctors trust, Nexium 24 Hour. May take 1 to 4 days, use as directed.
Synergy Radio will continue to bring you all the voices you know and love. Are you ready for talk that inspires change?
Cool. Hi, Rushion McDonald. I'm back with more Money Making Conversations. Money Making Conversations is a show that I created. They give you an opportunity to give you a voice to hear and learn about how to be successful by hearing people sharing their secrets of success. What type of people are we talking about? We're talking about CEOs. We're talking about industry decision makers. We're talking about small entrepreneurs, startups, established, mid-sized companies, and more importantly, we're talking about celebrities. Because a lot of people don't understand how celebrities they just see celebrities on the screen. Celebrities are entrepreneurs. They're taking their brand, especially with the development of social media. They're taking their brands and they either attaching it to products, get royalty payments, or building homes like Mike Jones does, and Houston, Texas. He builds homes, and so there's a lot of really interesting things that are happening out there. So I decided to say, you know something, let me talk to these entrepreneurs. Let me tell you how they're doing it, and using those values that they're creating, and allowing you to go with it. Allow you to go with it, and that's really what it's all about. Go, my sister. I always enjoy listening about business. That's my sister. Got my sister. They got it set up now. I can read your names when they pop up. Like my sister. That's my oldest sister. You know, I won't say oldest sister. That's one of my oldest sisters. So she just always enjoyed listening about business. You know, because every month we always get together as a family. See, we wasn't doing this when we was younger. We older now, so we know. We're getting close to the finish line. So every quarter we always get together. Huddle around. Pray together. Lord, give us an extra year so we can see our old behinds get old together. So that's why I laugh at that, but it's so true. It's like when you're young, sometimes you don't have time. There's no relevancy. You don't have time to tell your mom I love you. You don't have time to tell your kids you love them. Don't have time to get together with your family. And those family reunions, every year, they get smaller and they get energized because people having kids in that family reunion, but also you're losing the older generation every year. And so now every quarter my family and I, we get together and we do our family eating. There's some nice restaurant in the city of Houston because they all live in Houston. I got one brother who lives in DC, and he's doing it up there. His name is Rushion McDonald. He has 4 barber and beauty hair salons, weave shops. He does the African braids. He does the beauty and barber. He's out there doing his thing. Military veteran out there doing his thing in the D.C. area. I've yet to have him on my show. So because he was studying, my show is on Monday, and he was studying, he was going to a barber college school to learn some additional information. So he's constantly educating himself. You say, oh, listen to this. Here's a guy. He has 4 businesses, but he's still going to barber college to educate himself, to learn more, because that's how you do it. Do you think that the people at Apple, they're not hiring educated people? They're not hiring new graduates? Because they just hired the people who did the product 10 years ago. Guess what? They wouldn't have any new product. They still be thinking the same way. You got to bring in new individuals. You got to bring in new blood. You can't be the smartest person in the room, especially when you got the same level of education that you had 20 years ago.